week with all the stuff that you said post-game about them not being in the gym, things like that. Have they had a response for you?
They've been great. They've, they were, let me think where we were, what was going on. They were in the next day, I know, trying to find time to get into here. You know, they want to shoot in here where they're going to play a little bit, and they actually had a whole get together on their own on I don't know, whatever day it was.
Is that what you wanted?
Is that what I want? It's more what they wanted. It's not what I want.
Is that something they had done before, or really kind of the first time they'd done that?
No, they had done it before, a time or two.
Well, college basketball is so much home away. I mean, in terms of victories, so much easier at home. Can you put your finger on why?
Well, for us, it's travel. Our travel's brutal. We got back after the Texas game at 4:20 or 4:25 in the morning, and class the next day. It's rough, and I think in lieu of the fact that we do it 9 times and everybody else does it once, it's hard on our guys. I mean, I don't know that we've had a year that we haven't had guys sick. Maybe that happens to everybody, I don't know. I've never had that many guys sick before.
Coach, do you see how that travel schedule kind of affects an upperclassman as opposed to freshmen? Or does it
I don't know why I would. Why don't you ask how it affects me? I'm older than all of them.
How does it affect you, Coach?
It makes me tired.
I think it would affect the younger ones more than the older ones. They're not used to it, and the older ones mostly got their classes in already anyway.
Depends. We've got, what do we got? 2 this year. 2 guys that have grad classes. So, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it, obviously, and I think, in all honesty, the league has tried to make it a little better for us with those 2 trips where we could play 2 games at once, but it's still rough.
Coach, the first game at Oklahoma, they're picking pops with Doolittle, Manic. I think you said that you guys didn't defend that the way that you guys had practiced. I'm just kind of wondering, they're picking pops. I mean, you're talking about, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" guys doing that. How difficult is that to defend, and what do you work on in defending that the second time around?
Well, it's difficult to defend in that when 2 of their bigs can pick and pop, it spreads the floor so much.
Yeah.
And they're able to spread the floor because of the threat that those guys can make shots. And then you're taking guys, particularly inexperienced guys that came from high school where they stood underneath the basket and they were told not to move.
Right.
Stay there and guard the rim. So I don't think anybody really has a grasp of how much these guys have to learn and the difference between high school and playing here. We get everybody's best player, and the high school coach is foolish if he tells his best player go guard their best player every game. They don't do that because they need those guys in the game. They don't need them in foul trouble. So basically, they guard the worst player on every team, and that's good coaching. It's not bad coaching. That's good coaching. And then when they get here, they're asked to guard, which is something that they've never done. And take a big, he's been told to stand in front of the rim, block shots, change shots. We can't do that here, particularly in a team like Oklahoma. So it's a huge adjustment. And then you're asking them to, to go out on the floor and handle the ball a little bit. throw it out there to them to try to drag the guy out so that they have a little bit of advantage when they cut back to the basket from an angle standpoint. There's a lot to learn.
I'm assuming the difficulty in a situation with their pick and pop is that you can't really switch on it because then you're putting a 6'1" point guard on Doolittle to try to defend that shot, right? I mean, so you can't really switch on that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea. And you're putting a 6 foot whatever
On their point guard.
on their point guard.
Yeah.
Or somebody like Reeves.
What have you told your team, or what will you tell your team about what's past is past? You can't do anything about it, and it's a new start every day.
Basically, what I told them is, I mean, it's. I was almost tempted to come out of the casket again.
Except the sun hadn't gone down.
Yeah. We're 16th. We're 16th in the net. I mean, from every account I can see, we're a 5 seed. A 5 seed is a long, long way from making a tournament. So, everybody's like it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I mean, do we need to win? Sure, but you always need to win. And I think we can, with who we're playing, we're going to continue to move up. We're going to continue to move up and continue to move the seed up. But we've got to do our job. We've got to go win.
How important is it to have momentum going into the postseason, rather than say just winning your home game here, and 2 home games and 1 loss and something like that?
No, I thought we had a lot of momentum going into. I don't remember what year it was, but we went to the Barclays and we got smacked by a low major. We weren't ready to play. I think it's more your preparation for who you're going to play, the respect you have for who you're going to play. And I mean, these guys here aren't dumb. They know that as a team they haven't competed as hard as what they should have. But I mean, hey, it's scores tied. We run a set. We got Derek open at 4 feet. We chose not to throw him the ball. We chose to throw it to the wing. Had a pretty good shot there. Really, maybe could have drove it at the basket. I don't know. Maybe Samuels could have got there and changed it, but I think you'll learn from those things, and that's. I don't like it, and I know you don't like it, and our fans don't like it. And really, after they do it, they don't like it, but it's a learning experience, and the hope is that they never do it again, that they learn from it and they grow and they become better players, veteran players that have been in tough situations before, that now they handle better than what they did the first time. But I mean, that can be said for any walk of life. And see, the thing that really bothers me is, we get people, whether it's fans or whatever, and this social media thing is absurd. But they don't know what goes on. They don't know what goes on with a kid. Family situations, health, and there's a lot of things. What happens in school, girlfriends, whatever. And we had some situations that I don't, and I'm pretty hard on them, and I don't blame them for being down. When you have situations within your family, not your basketball family, your family, that causes you great concern, and people don't know that, and that's what I said last night on a radio show. I mean, You can take all the shots you want at me. I've had it before, and I'll have it again, and I'll get even. So,
Bob, you
is
juggled.
what it is.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You juggled your lineup with some recent games. You thought about what you're going to do tomorrow going forward?
Yeah, I have. I think quite a lot of the stuff is going to depend on what happens at practice today as well. You know, it's not as big a thing to them as what you think it is, or people think it is. Not you, but people think it is. It's not. It's really not. We sat Jordan down, and he's like, "Coach, what? You know, I want to win, man." Same way with Emmett, who said a little bit that had been playing a whole lot. They just want to win. And I think they trust us to do what we think is in the best interest of trying to win.
You can teach these guys a lot of things. You can't teach them experience. And that's kind of what you're at with this team. We're still trying to get experienced guys and reliable guys that you can count on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody remembers JC as a senior. They don't remember JC as a freshman. They remember Tariq Phillip as a senior. They don't remember Tariq Phillip as a sophomore. They don't remember Devin Williams as a junior, you know, rebounding everything in the NCAA tournament. They don't remember Dev as a freshman. You know, it's think about yourself. Think about what you were as a snot-nosed freshman coming in here and looking around in awe of everything here and wishing that you were a junior or senior and you knew the ropes like they do. It's something different. You know, and then going on the road. I mean, how many guys you think, and we basically have the vast majority of our team is new guys. You think they've ever gone and played in places like we played? They never have. I mean, maybe Deuce has because they went to the state tournament, and so, you know, he played in the shot in front of whatever, 14,000 people or whatever. But that's once, twice, semifinals and finals, I guess, twice. That's not doing it on a pretty much a game-by-game basis. That's why I thought going to Cleveland would really help us. You know, playing in front of 18,000 people, playing against a nationally ranked team. But the reality was it wasn't like playing on the road because that venue was split between, it was pretty much half and half. Or it may have even favored us a little bit. So it's not the same as going where everybody's rooting against you.
Take Deuce and Oscar. This is the first time in their career that they've really been scouted. You know, people have got information on them now, and they can take things away from them that maybe in high school they didn't have the time to do or couldn't do. How do you help them through that? I mean, they know to take away Deuce going to the left and doing a short pull-up jumper, and they know how to bother Oscar now on the inside. How do you help those guys?
Try to help them expand their game.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's what I was saying earlier, John. I mean, we've taken Derek Culver on purpose and made him go out and guard on the perimeter because we knew there were going to be pick and pop situations. We knew that for his future, he's going to have to be able to guard the perimeter. But you know, now put Oscar. How many times do you think they've ever thrown a ball to Oscar to initiate a play? Oscar was there to end the play, not initiate it. Well, we need him to initiate some plays, and that was the whole thought process behind playing him and Derek together early on, where we thought we could survive some mistakes and still win. And you hope that they grow from that. But the difference is you got 6'5" guys guarding you. You don't have 6'11" guys guarding you. When you get in league play, you're going to play against big guys. Guys your size, guys your strength.
Next step for, I guess, Derek and Oscar is to be able to score through them instead of them scoring off of other people, right? That's still a work in progress there, those two.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd go back and think about it. Those guys scored early. I mean, they really scored early. They scored pretty much whenever we wanted to throw them the ball close, they scored. It's different.
Of course, you had outside shooting to counter that a little bit, and now people packing in on them and harassing them.
I think the officiating changes in league play. I think the officiating changes as those guys get into game 85 through 100.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of nuances in college basketball that normal people don't think about. It never crosses their mind.
Well, and you're all good coaches in this league, and you know how to take things away.
It's a great coaches league. You know, when you go into league meetings, which we're going to do here in another whatever month or so, and you start looking around that table, and there's 5 or 6 guys that have coached in Final Fours, and a bunch of guys have coached in multiple Final Fours. They're pretty good coaches. And then the next year you come back and a couple of those guys are gone. You say, wow, this dude can really coach. He just got let go. You know, I mean, that's my thing about the whole whatever, our whole profession, I guess is the best way to say it. And you have so many people that really make decisions for us that don't have a clue what we do, don't have a clue about the pressure that you're under and job security and all those kind of things. I mean, we sat there and watch in amazement of some of the decisions that are made regarding our game that we have no voice in.
Guy tomorrow is among the best offensively. Are you concerned about the quick game with them and some of the things that he does with the bigs, the two bigs?
You know, John, the last time I worried about the coach, I think I was at Cincinnati. It was my first game against Coach Knight. We know what they're going to do. They know what we're going to do. He's great at making some changing things a little bit.
Game tweaks.
Yeah, but I'd like to think with the staff we have, we can kind of do the same thing as well.
You gonna have Rod talk to your team at all?
Rod doesn't get in, I don't think, until like 4:30. I believe that's when he's scheduled to get
today?
here.
You mean today?
Today?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get here. I'm sorry, 4:30 today. I don't know if Rod wants to. You know, Hunley would talk to him for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Rod watches our game, so Rod knows our team.
But talking to home and away, is shooting different for just different background? You only play in a place once. Is that hard for a perimeter guy to shoot on the road?
I never found it hard because I never looked up there. I always thought you were supposed to look at the rim. And that's what my dad told me was, you know, you better look where you're shooting it. I don't know. I think it has a lot more to do with people flying at you, making you pull it a little quicker, making you throw it a little higher than it does anything surrounding it. I grew up shooting at a basket nailed to a walnut tree, so kind of learned to look at the rim.
Was it 10 feet?
It was thereabouts. Somewhere around there.
You have to pick up the walnuts before you can shoot?
They made dribbling a little difficult.
Looks sometimes like you got it out here.
Yeah, it's kind of was
noticed Darby stepped up your game with the puller. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, he was, he did those ones where the little general's on the side, and so I tried to wear the one that had the little general showing, and then I forgot and wore one that had it on the side, and then I get a text. I mean, like, what happened to the little general? I thought,
He's in corporal now.
send me something a little nicer that I can wear.
It's pretty nice. Stepping it up.